What's up, guys? Nick from Hybrid Physiques back with another video. I found it quite interesting that after the 19 Olympia, no one has brought up this point. Now, this takes a little preface, a little background story. So in 2018, there was some talk or some thoughts that Flex Lewis would go ahead and move up in a weight class and complete in the open division, which is his game plan from my understanding. So 2020, maybe 21, he plans on competing in open. Now, when that announcement came through, they had asked Dexter Jackson what he thought about Flex Lewis moving up into the open division. And I'm going to play a quick clip. This was his response.
Nah, he don't want none of this right here. Too small. You better worry about them boys from Kuwait and the Iranian boy first. Yeah, too small. We the big boys up here, boy. Legs used to be open.
Now, why I find this so interesting or a little comical where Dexter Jackson almost has to eat his words a little bit. In 2017, at the Asia Grand Prix, we had Flex Lewis competing against Hadi Chopin. I believe one of the only times, if not the only time, that they stood next to each other. Now, I show this image for a size comparison. Is Hadi Chopin bigger than Flex? Yes. Is he tremendously bigger? No. He has bigger quads from the front. Upper body, shoulder width seems to be very, very comparable. Flex has a significantly smaller waist, giving that much more aesthetic appearance. And even from the back, I mean, they're comparable. It's not too different from one another. Now, why I'm showing that comparison is because we obviously had Dexter Jackson competing against Hadi Chopin in the 2019 Olympia, with Hadi Chopin beating Dexter, and I would personally say rather handily. So how does Dexter and Hadi stack up size-wise? In these two images from the side tricep, I think Hadi may look slightly bigger. Slightly bigger shoulder width, quads slightly bigger. If we transition over to the front double bicep, comparable. This is one of the only images I have of them standing next to each other. Again, comparable. Hadi has bigger quads. Upstairs, they're even. Maybe Dex slightly edges them out strictly on size. Ab and thigh, again, because Hadi's quads are so dominant, he does appear to be bigger than Dex in this shot. However, when standing next to each other, the story may be a little different. And why I'm bringing this up, all these comparisons, and to the best data analysis that I can complete with images, is again because Dex seemed very confident that the statement of Flex moving up to open was comical. However, with the outcome of 19's Olympia, I think Dex has to eat his words a little bit. Now, there is a bunch of variables, right? Hadi Chopin going into open, he may have put on a little more size. Probably did from that 2017 Asia Grand Prix. At the same time, Flex Lewis has competed at 212 and won multiple Olympias at 212, limiting his body of growth. So what would the outcome be coming into 2020 if they did actually stand next to each other? And I don't think it's a cut and dry answer. But from the sheer point of size-wise, I don't think it carries much weight, and let me show you this image and explain why. So on this image, again, keeping in size, because that's what Dex was laughing about, he's not big enough to compete with us. Well, we obviously see that he is standing next to Hadi, and then Hadi standing next to Dex. They're very, very comparable, so Dex has to eat his words on that statement. But 2019 Mr. Olympia 212, Sean Clarida, one of the smallest guys, if not the smallest guys on stage by probably over 20 pounds, came in third place. Every single person was bigger than him, significantly bigger than him. And here we have him, very aesthetic, very dry, just like someone like Flex Lewis comes into every single show. So again, I need to throw that call out there and kind of bring up the past a little bit. I would love to see Dexter Jackson competing against Flex Lewis, as well as Hadi Chopin, as well as the 2020 lineup in that Olympia. So that is my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. If you have some comments, throw them in the section below. And that is Hybrid Physiques out.